Trixie, can you start the video? No, we're all sick. You said S word. Hi everybody, it's your girl Stacy in the place, and today is Vlogtober day 30. Oh my gosh, Tox, can you believe it? It's Vlogtober day 30. Unfortunately, my sinuses are like they're just cutting up, and so we are we are chilling on the couch. I've had some coffee. And I guess theoretically I should be drinking water and tea instead, so I'll be switching over here soon. Maybe some Theraflu, so we'll see how that goes. Today's game plan was to go to Bath and Body Works and pick up some Jolly Gingerbread Village, because y'all know I was so excited about it, but like the way that I feel, I'm just like, I have just enough energy to get up and go to the restroom and to take the dogs out. So yeah, I don't think I'll be making it to the store today. Plus, like, there isn't that great of a sale going on today. So yeah, that's kind of sad. I think if anything, like maybe I'll place a BOPIS order. No, excuse me, for because well, no, dang. That's one thing that I wish Bath and Body Works would do is like if you purchase something with a reward or one of those coupons of like, oh, free hand cream, and like just let us order the stuff for BOPIS without having to like add a antibacterial pocket bag or something. Like, can we please just get our stuff? Like, if we like, because if you go in the store and you just grab it and show your coupon and all that stuff, you don't have to add a pocket bag or add anything to make the purchase like not a wow, Tux, not like a real purchase, or not that your purchase isn't real, but they'd be like, oh, you gotta add this and add that because the transaction can't be $0. And I'm just like, why? Here's little Winnie. Winnie, can you say hi? Winnie. Oh my gosh, Tux. You always gotta steal a spotlight, bud. And Sterling is down here in case you guys were wondering. Sterling? Sterling. You wanna say hi? I just think it's funny how if I'm not feeling well, then like they act like they're not feeling well. Like look at these characters. Yeah? Are your sinuses clogged too? Yeah? Yeah, you too, Wayne? But anyhow, oh, did you guys check out the website? On the website, there's the new fancy candle lid candles. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the new one. That's the blue one that our girl, Philly Girl 31, she has that candle. So please make sure you check out her Vlogtober day 29 video because it's in there. But yeah, they're currently showing online. I didn't look to see if it was for pickup, but I assume so. And now I'm just like wondering, like, I don't know if you guys remember from last year, but like last year it felt like stuff from Christmas kind of like came out in waves with the little gnomes and stuff. But it was nothing like similar to how it is this go around. Like they're like, yeah, we got a couple of things, and like here's a little bit, and then they came out of nowhere with little Nora the mouse, and I'm just like, I just I just feel like it could have been more cohesive, right? Like I feel like Bath and Body Works struggles with the idea of like wanting to keep things as a surprise, but like not really, because people are able to have the little sheets that say like, oh, these are the sales that are coming up, or like, oh, these are the what are they called? These are the new products that are getting ready to come out, or like having the test stores and like different stores doing their own things, and it's a mess. But then when you look at places like Homeworks, and so they'll like send out stuff to their influencers, and like I feel like the influencers will have their little stuff, record their videos, and then their videos come out maybe a few days beforehand. And then next thing you know, Mr. Slatkin is out here on QVC, and he's promoting like each of the items. And the closest that you get to possibly seeing what the items might be is people who comb the website and like say maybe the day before the sale, or like in the late, like 12, 3 a.m. The things will be on the website. And if you're in the Facebook group, then it like pops up and you can see it, and you know that the things are going to happen. And you're kind of like, for the items like luminaries and stuff like that, or like specific candles that are known to be great, like all of a sudden those might sell out in the morning after his like episode airs really early in the morning. I believe it's like the Christmas in July one that happens. And then there's another one that he does. It's like I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's like a very special sale that they do for the candles, and you buy 2 of the same scent, and it's for like a low price and all this stuff. But it's like, it's never a thing of you hear rumors or see these possible items popping up on Mercari and eBay, and or like and then you wait and there's weeks and weeks that are going on. Like you're like, oh well, I thought this item was gonna come out, so what's going on? And especially like sometimes I wish that I could be a fly on the wall in these boardrooms when like people are making these decisions and marketing and the sales team, because between Bath and Body Works and Sephora, like I just don't understand how they keep dropping the ball. Like in this day and age, we've seen what happened in 2022, and how a lot of things shifted online. A lot of people purchase online. A lot of people are like, I'd rather just buy online, pick up in store. So people are naturally gravitating away from physically going to stores, but some stores are trying to be like, nah, we want you guys to come in. Da, 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 da. That's fine, whatever. But if anything, I would have hoped that companies would have learned that it's important to build up your systems and your infrastructure, because it's falling apart out here. Like maybe back in 2008, it would have been socially acceptable for a website to fail and for a website to crash or an app to crash. But in 2023, there are far many two people out here who have taken these ITT tech courses, like cybersecurity, all of that kind of stuff. There's so many people in that industry. There's so many people in IT that it makes absolutely no sense that companies are out here like, oh, sorry, our app failed. How did your app fail? Why did you not have the infrastructure properly built? Why are we still seeing an issue with the product availability, right? Like, it's one thing to have a product and say it's unavailable for pickup in store because you don't have, I don't know, like 3 plus or your par level of like how many the store is supposed to have. Like that would be like if you're like, you know what, on the day to day we probably have about 10 candles sold every day, so our par level, let's put it at maybe like 13 to make sure that if we're selling 10 every day, we have at least 3 in case extra people come. And I'm just like, I just don't understand why you're not going to actively show the true amount of items that you have in store. And particularly, like this was all with like certain candles. Like the candles would be in the store. There's multiples upon multiples upon multiples of the candle. But when you look online, it's like, or look through your app, the candles are unavailable for buy online, pick up in store. And I was just like, well, why? why are they unavailable for buy online, pick up in store? These candles have been sitting out here for at least a week, chilling. So like, it just blows my mind, and I'm very curious to see how the Christmas season, well, even though like we're just starting the Christmas season, but I'm really interested to see how the Christmas season is going to go because like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and economically, like people are just not. We're not throwing away money willy nilly, and a lot of companies are facing boycott. Like it's just a lot going on in the world right now, and so in my mind, me as a little consumer, my thoughts were like companies want us to spend money with them. So my first thought would be like, well, what do I need to do to appease to my customers? Or like what kind of service do I need to give to my customers to keep them coming back? And wanting to give their money to me, because the more and more that like it becomes difficult for people to understand the process or or harder for them to obtain the items that they're interested in obtaining, the less and less money that you're going to see. Because even with Target and them making the little glass displays and stuff, and people are upset because they're like, well, now I can't even just go and grab the deodorant that I want. And then it makes like some people are still going to go. Some people are going to do buy online, pick up in store. Some people may just go to a totally different store. And so it's just, I don't know. It's so wild. Like I sometimes I ponder like what the future of commerce is going to be because it is looking wild out there. And sorry, before I got off on that wild tangent, I just think about with Bath and Body Works and how like, they kept saying that they would give us like little sneak peeks every week, and that's what they've been doing. But the problem is like it's not cohesive. I feel like if anything, maybe the story should have started off with what's her name? I believe the name of the little mouse is Nora. And they're like, oh, Nora did this, Nora did that, Nora did this, Nora did that. And that's how Nora got on the train and took the train home. Da, 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 da. But why did we see the train weeks before we have ever known Nora's name, before we have ever known Nora's story? And now like slowly you're piecing it together. And it's just wild to me because at least in my mind, it feels very like backwards. I was going to say another word, but I caught myself. But it feels very backwards because I'm like, usually whenever we have storytelling, whenever there's, movies and stuff like that, and we learn this in communications class of like, you do your intro, you give an overarching arc of like, this is what I'm gonna do. And then you like give pieces and pieces and pieces of your information. And then in the end, you kind of like neatly summarize it in a way that the person is able to take away the story and be like, oh, okay, that's why they said all that. And oh, wow, like we made a complete circle. Like it makes sense. Like ding, ding, ding. You don't just give people like meats and potatoes and then all of a sudden you're like, ta-da, like, this is what we were trying to tell you in the beginning. Like it's just wild because we never really all we got was like, oh, there's a storybook. There's a random mouse. There's a couple of deer somewhere and a train. But like the train came first and then the animals and then some ornaments. And I'm just like, what? And Santa, don't forget Santa. And I'm like, how does any of this flow together? And then 3 weeks later, oh, it's Nora. And this is Nora's life and Nora's life journey. And I don't know. In my mind, I feel like it would have been better to introduce Nora's story. And you could be like the first week, like Nora is getting on a train, or like Nora is this cute little Christmas mouse. and Nora is going to whisk us away on her train to go through like 3 stories, because that's the storybook or the storytelling. And then for the 3 different floor sets that they were going to have, like first Nora's going to stop in, I don't know, Kentucky, where she's going to see all of these beautiful um all these beautiful traditions, and it's all these traditional candles, and they're all like, you know, the little ornament packaging, your winter candy apple, your vanilla bean Noel, and there was a new one like excuse me, sorry, my brain is like, girl, you functioning off of cold medicine, and what did I have? Cold medicine and a cinnamon roll, so my brain is a little foggy. But yeah, and I'm like, okay, so you could have did that. That was that first week. The second week, Nora's going around, and Nora stops in, I don't know, Mississippi or somewhere. I don't know. Nora goes to some other magical land, and like she's living her best life, trying these new body care. She's in the forest. We could say she leaves. Okay, Nora left Kentucky. She's on her little train going to Chronicles of Narnia, for all I know. And question of the day: who else was did anyone else read Chronicles of Narnia? I know I told y'all I don't care for reading, but back in my day, I read Chronicles of Narnia and I really enjoyed it. And I always be looking at these little closets and armoires like, is there a secret land in there? But did anyone else read it? That's the question of today. If you did not read Chronicles of Narnia, or like, it's fine. You can even say that you just watched the movie too. Like, I support that, because sometimes people ain't got time to be reading all this stuff. If not, what was like your favorite like childhood book of imagination and stuff like that? Yeah, that'll be our question for today. And like in a while, I thought this video was gonna be like 5 minutes of me trying to hold it together, but I feel like the more that I talk to you guys, the more that I'm getting energy. But yeah, sorry. Okay, let's go back to Nora. Okay, so Nora's story. Me telling it for the 5th time. Nora went to Kentucky. She went back home for the traditional, Christmas vibe, saw winter candy apple, vanilla bean Noel. Also, if anyone picked up vanilla bean Noel, like, is it really that much better this year than they say? Also, apologies to my dear friend who asked about crushed candy cane. I haven't warmed it yet, but you know what? I think the candles are sitting in the Bath and Body Works bag over here by the closet, over here by the basement, because I haven't taken them downstairs yet, because I've been feeling like, well, but if it's in here, I'm gonna go get it and put it on the candle warmer. So at least, if not today, then at least tomorrow I can let you know. And also, I'm like, I probably need the peppermint from Crushed Candy Cane. But anyways, back to Nora. Sorry. I have to try and keep myself on track. Okay, so Nora went to Kentucky, saw the traditional stuff, and now Nora's going through the forest, and, she sees snowflakes, which happen to be strawberry snowflakes. She sees fairy tale with the little deers running around playing, living their best life. And then she sees the other 2 scents that came out with that as well. Like, it's blanking on me. And then she decides to take a pit stop at a fancy diner, and that could be where Dahlia or what all the faceted collections are, or even she could be dreaming in the forest and dreaming of being at a fancy ball with all the faceted body care, right? That could have been the second week. And then for this 3rd week, we're getting the glass lid candles, my love, Jolly Gingerbread Village, and then Bright Christmas Morning and Frosted Coconut Snowball. And even with that, it could have been she's on the train and she's made it back to her Chronicles of Narnia, Magical Mouse Town, where they have Jolly Ginger, like she's went through the Jolly Gingerbread Village, or that's where she lives. Someone threw a frosted coconut snowball at her. Oh, it was her little friend. And then, you know, they're sitting there talking about their bright Christmas morning that might happen. Like, I feel like if they had created, like, I don't know, some fake book and had someone narrate it, but narrate the pieces and let it be all cohesive. So over the matter of 3 to 4 weeks, like we're listening and moving with this story versus like the past 3 weeks, we have gotten these random pictures with like random items. And then all of a sudden this week, like, oh, now we have the story. I'm just like, what? And I don't know. Some people may be like, oh, that's a bunch of hand holding. Like maybe they wanted it to be a mystery. But I just feel like we're not looking at this like the Taylor Swift Eras tour, like, or like, I don't know. I mean, at least for me, like, I appreciate Taylor Swift and I think she's talented. I'm not necessarily, I wouldn't classify myself as a Swiftie, but I understand and respect how they try to catch all of the Easter eggs that Taylor Swift puts out and all that stuff. And I'm just like, Bath and Body Works, like, no, we like no, we don't. I mean, I personally, I'm like, no, I don't want that. I would rather know, like, when is stuff coming out? What can I expect? Or like, I don't know, having some idea of what's gonna happen or what's gonna come next. This whole like wild goose chase thing, I'm just like, no, thank you. I would rather just know like what's going what is going on or like what is the story, because in my mind everything is so piecemeal that it doesn't cohesively flow. But that's just my personal feelings. um I am very curious about what's going to happen with Black Friday, because rumors have had it that like the sales might be different from the buy three get three that they do all week. And then other people have been saying, you know, the best thing about the Black Friday is that you can stack coupons, but we've heard that a lot of people have been struggling with getting coupons, people including myself. So it's like, you know, I wonder if, and part of me like kind of hopes that they change up things or do something to make it a little bit more interesting. I have high hopes, even though I probably shouldn't, but I have high hopes for maybe a nice advent calendar this year and maybe another blanket. I feel like the blankets did pretty well. I think in the beginning they were a little bit stagnant to move because it was that whole like, if you purchase X amount of items, then you can get this blanket for $35. And people were like, are you serious? But then like after a while and they started to like go on sale, or you could just purchase it at the sale price without having to buy other stuff, like the blankets just disappeared. Poof, they were gone. Also, I wonder if they are gonna pop up with the pajamas and stuff that they had out that one time, because like I think right before Black Friday, or like right after would be the opportune time. Well, no, really, yeah, like right before or the week of Black Friday, it would be the opportune time for them to have the pajamas available for sale again, because people would be looking for Christmas gifts. And when they first put them out, it was only there for maybe like 3 days, 3 or 4 days. So I'm assuming that they did that as a test, and then it'll eventually come out as a full-blown real sale thing. But I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, I feel like so I'm fine on this side, on my right side, but on my left side, is the more so congested side. But I feel like, I don't know, I was at like maybe 80-90% congested this morning when I got up. But I've been doing like the little acne puncture moves, like when you put your thumb up against your bones and moving and doing all this other stuff to try to get everything to move around. And so I feel like I'm at an optimistic like 50% congested now. So like I can breathe a little bit. Like I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna be, appreciative. Um, it's probably allergies, I'm thinking, but for those of you all who are also unfortunately blessed with having allergies and a hyperreactive immune system, you all know my pain. You know that like it's like you're grateful that you don't feel like you have a cold, but like at the same time, these allergies are no joke, you guys. And we're in South Carolina, so I'm just like, is it the trees maybe? I don't know. Like I don't know what it is, but I don't want to go outside like at all. And then to take the dogs out, I'm just like, all right, you guys go do your business. I'll let them do their business. I'll watch from the door. They're in like a little fence thing. And then they come back and then I'll go out there and clean up after them. But like, oh, these little critters are lucky that I love them so much. Yeah, are you lucky? Are you lucky? Do you feel lucky, Toots? Oh, yeah. See? And there she is. And she's off. They can never let me just have a blanket and enjoy myself. Look at them. Really? And then this one's over here. And she sound asleep. Like she been working today. Like she been over here blowing her nose all day, just trying to breathe. Sterling's a mess. But anyways, I hope that you all are having a wonderful start to your week. Don't forget to pick up some candy on your way home for the little trick-or-treaters. So hopefully your house doesn't get egged. And I hope that this is the start to a marvelous week, and that you're excited for Halloween for tomorrow, or Halloweenkies, as some of the little TikToks and stuff say. I think I'm feeling a little bit better. I don't know. I think I will probably sit on the couch for the rest of the day, get up and make some lunch, and just try to rest, drink some tea, some Theraflu, and stay away from outside. But with that, thank you all for stopping by, watching this silly video, and listening to my wild and crazy thoughts about Bath and Body Works. And hopefully, with all this rest today, I will have a more exciting video for you all tomorrow. So I will see you later, alligator. Bye.